Are you a history nerd wondering what happened to French activist Brigitte Bardot? Want to know where she is? Well, luckily for you, that's just what we're going to talk about today. Let's dive right in. Brigitte Bardot was born on September 28th in 1934. Her full name is Brigitte Anne-Marie Bardot. Her father, Louis Bardot, was an engineer that ran a family business. Her mother was called Anne-Marie, and that's why she carries the same middle name. Brigitte was born into an upper-middle-class family following Catholic Christianity. Brigitte attended a private school as a child. Her mother also enrolled her in dance classes at a very young age, and despite that, she still received homeschooling as well. Polishing her dancing skills at a young age, she became a pro at it. In 1947, she was accepted into Conservatoire de Paris. After receiving ballet classes from her Russian choreographer, she developed a graceful gait and became a natural dancer. As she grew up to become a beautiful teenager, she became a sensation of her time and even got featured on the cover of Elle in the year 1950. She was initially noticed by film director Roger Vadim, who wanted her to appear in his movie. After arranging her auditions and getting her to appear in the role, Brigitte signed the contract. However, the movie was never made for some reason. But this incident altered her life, and she started considering acting as a serious profession for the first time in her life. A couple of years later, in 1952, Brigitte made her debut in the entertainment industry with a comedy film named The True Nomad. The movie brought her good fame, and she was instantly accepted by her audience. In the beginning of her career, she mostly appeared in rom-coms and light movies, which also flooded her with more scripts as the audience were in awe of her beauty. She also played side roles in English movies in the 1950s, but her main appearance remained on the French screens. Within a span of 4 years, between 1952 and 1956, she acted in 17 films. This says a lot about the success as she's received in the earliest years of her acting career. She was married by 1956, but her husband turned out to be extremely supportive. He always encouraged her to explore different genres. She eventually switched to serious films and found fame waiting for her there as well. She was then considered as an international star as the English people and many other countries across Europe started screening her movies, and she became a global beauty. In 1962, she played a young girl falling for her friend's husband in a movie called A Very Private Affair. She received a lot of appreciation and acclaim for this role, as well as in the 1960s, she became one of the A-listed actors of the industry. As her stardom started reaching the sky, she kept on doing back-to-back blockbuster projects. Viewers loved her beauty and sexuality, and the more they showered her with attention, the more uneasy she felt. Her discomfort reached its peak during the peak of her career, and she was unable to deal with the overwhelming attention she received from the audience. Spiraling into depression, she could not cope with the uneasiness. Despite being extremely depressed and suicidal, she kept doing projects and appeared on the screens. She even appeared in musical shows, and during the 1960s and 1970s, she recorded quite a few songs as well. After her retirement from music and movies, Brigitte switched to animal rights activism. In the 1980s, she decided to become a vegetarian, and in 1986, established her own organization known as Brigitte Bardot's Foundation for the Protection and Welfare of Animals. Her determination towards the development of the organization can be seen from her dedication for fundraising. She auctioned her jewelry off and other personal belongings to raise funds for the foundation. The Animal Rights Foundation was created to ensure safety and shelter for animals. She has raised her voice against consumption of horse meat as well as seal hunting. Brigitte admires dogs and has donated more than $1,000 for adoption and sterilization of stray dogs. Animal protection is something that she feels passionate about, and she's still doing everything in her capacity to ensure a safe environment for animals. She also informs authorities of her disapproval of animal cruelty, condemning their acts in open words and calling them out. That's all for now. We'll return with another video soon. Until then, take care and thank you for watching.